Yeah, so that just a quick comparison, or a quick one, and to just compare it with some of the technologies that we are having here. So RabbitMQ vis-a-vis Kafka, you'll find that Kafka uses pull mostly, pull technology, but RabbitMQ uses push. So it pushes into the queue as opposed to now consuming or now pulling from the queue. And then in terms of architecture, it's a broker or a queue, but Kafka is a distributed logs platform. Then in terms of use case, so in task processing and reliable routing, I'll vote for RabbitMQ as opposed to Kafka, because the Kafka is basically event streaming on analysis. But if you're doing like a video streaming system, like the one I've said, or a betting system, I'll highly prefer or recommend you use Kafka. But still, RabbitMQ will do the same thing. Yeah, so in terms of latency, the Kafka has low latency, but RabbitMQ has the very, very low latency in terms of those overhead and stuff like that. Yeah, in terms of ordering, RabbitMQ will guarantee ordering per queue, but now in Kafka we find that the ordering is based on the partition, so it will guarantee us ordering in terms of this partition is well ordered in front of this or behind this, or will come after this or before this. But in terms of ordering to specific queues, then RabbitMQ does the job. Then in terms of routing logic, we have extremely powerful exchanges in RabbitMQ, but in Kafka we have very limited option in terms of doing those logics, as you have just seen what I've discussed what RabbitMQ has. Yeah, so why RabbitMQ still win in the first biggest message broker? First is complex routing capability, is transaction guaranteed, and then simplest for microservices. It has very good simplicity, and the learning curve is not so high for any developer to just pull in and code with it. Then it has real-time processing, is very good in terms of real-time processing because of now the less overhead, or rather the thing that we called the latency. And also it's good because it doesn't require very large clusters, so it's very minimalistic. RabbitMQ versus AWS SQS, though this is enterprise versus open source, but in terms of also latency, it beats it 10 times. In terms of feature, it's very rich in terms of features. Full control also on our technology, which we rarely find it in the SQS. In terms of cost, this one is free. SQS is you pay per message, so it's a little bit expensive for either a startup or someone who is just getting into distributed systems. And then why RabbitMQ still wins now: zero cost, the speed is very fast, is more advanced in terms of features, and you can do it even on-prem or on cloud. Either way, you can install it in your on-prem or even on cloud as opposed to the other enterprise system. RabbitMQ versus Google PubSub. PubSub is fantastic at a global scale, but still RabbitMQ has better latency. The latency in RabbitMQ is still good, so it beats that in there. It has better message controlling and more advanced consumption per patterns, and also it guarantees ordering. Yeah, RabbitMQ versus nuts. These nuts here, this one is beaten 10 times because it has Rabbit has durable queues, it has complex routing, it has DLX, TTL, priorities. All those are not in nuts. So meanwhile, it adds streams, it still has queues within it, it still supports MQ, but it can't beat Rabbit in that.